Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a quick walk around video and it's on this 2022 Ford Expedition. This is the XLT regular length and this is the 202A package, which gives you the leatherette seating surfaces, heated seats, cooled seats, and a heated steering wheel. What an absolutely awesome vehicle here. If you need to put 7 to 8 passengers in your vehicle, I tell you what, the Expedition does it great. And for 2022, they gave it a little nip and tuck. So let's walk around it and find out what's new. All right, so for 2022, Ford gave the front end design here a new little refresh here. And you'll see these headlights are new. These are LED reflector headlights. Here on this XLT trim, you do not get LED daytime running lights here, but on higher trims, this does light up like a C around the headlights there. Stretching all the way across, you do have that silver strip that does go all the way across there and kind of loop back there. Ford logo right in the middle. You do have a nice big broad grille. Down here on the bottom, you do have the cutouts where you would have fog lights. Here on this XLT, you do not. Coming on up to the top, you have this big broad hood that has a very powerful 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine in the on the inside there. And then coming over here, you do have these XLT wheels that are very nice, black with some silver on the outside there. They're wrapped in 275/65 R18 tires, nice meaty tires there as well. Coming on down the side here, XLT gives you these running boards right here that are very nice. Coming on around to the back, you do have roof rails here on the top, and you have you know, a very big side profile here on this Expedition. If you want bigger, you can go bigger actually here. There is an option for what's called the Max, which gives you 12 inches more length here and some more cargo space and some room on the inside, which is nice. Now coming back to the coming around the back here on the XLT, you do have a little spoiler on the top, third brake light, wiper here on the back, and this glass does pop open. I'll show you that in a second. Ford logo, Expedition spelled right out there, and then of course you got that silver strip that goes across like in the front. You have incandescent tail light bulbs here, and you do have your reverse lights. XLT spelled out there on the back, and then you have your sensors all the way across the back, so when you're backing up, it lets you know. Down below here, you can have a hitch on the back there, because you can tow up to 9,300 pounds here in this Expedition, but you can have a tow hitch back there and then cover it up so it looks very flush. You do also have your backup camera right down here below the Expedition logo, and then a handle down there for the actual hatch there. You see you have one exhaust out the back of this Expedition, and overall, I mean, guys, this is a nice big SUV that is basically a truck with the extra, you know, instead of a bed, they have extra room in the back there. Let's pop open these glasses here on the back. So to pop open this top glass portion, which you can't really find on many SUVs, you just press this button and then you can pop this all the way open, and it pops up so that you can put some more cargo through there. Or if you want to say, let's put, you know, a 2x4 or something like that through the inside, you can put it in there and still close the hatch, which is nice. When you're done, you just go up, push it on down, and it closes up and you're back to a flush hatch. Now this one does have a power liftgate. You just go back here, press the button, and it will pop right on open for you there. Nice power liftgate, very fast. Now coming on to the third row here, you do have the third row seats are up, but if you want to put them down, guess what? This one does have power third row here, where you press the buttons right there and it goes down. You can also press the buttons to bring them back up as well, which is very nice. Now they're going to go down and come back up because I have the carpeted mats right there, so they're popping down saying, hey, they're popping back up saying, hey, there's something under there, but they will go down. You can pull them right back up. Now underneath here, you do have some of your tire mobility kit. You also have some different accessories there that came with this package. Put that back down, and then you have a flat cargo floor. And again, when those seats are down, you have a completely flat cargo floor all the way to the second row seats, which is very nice. Again, if you need more cargo space, there is the option for the Ford Expedition Max, which is nice. Let's go up to the second row now. All right, so let's head to the back here. So body colored door handles here. These do have passive entry, and I'll show you that on the front door. Coming to the rear door here, you have a nice design here on the top, and then you have a padded armrest right down here on the bottom. Power windows. cool little place for your grab handle, or the door handle, I'm sorry, so you can open the door. Nice placement of a cup holder. Thank you, Ford, for putting a cup holder here in the door panel itself. It's very easy for kids and everybody in the back seat to put cups in there. You do have a little storage nook here, and then you do have a cup holder and some storage down there as well. Coming on over, you do have these Softex leatherette seating surfaces, which are nice, and they are perforated. Very easy to clean if you have kids. Nice to easy to wipe off. You also do have pretty easy access to the anchors on the bottom, which are nice, and you can stretch it across there and buckle up. Captain's chairs here in the middle of this Expedition Max, and each one of the captain's chairs do have a fold down armrest, which is nice and meaty. Thanks, Ford, for putting a nice big armrest there, so that way you don't have to put your arm on a little armrest. Now, coming over to the middle here, you do have Expedition spelled out right there, which is nice. And then you also do have 2 USB chargers back here, 2 fast USB chargers, and then you have a 110 volt right there. You also do have your climate controls back here as well. And then down here on the bottom, you have a little storage area and a 12 volt outlet right there. Carpeted mats carpet goes all the way to the back here. You'll see your carpeted mats there as well. I moved them up a little bit. Now, to get to the third row, you can pull this lever up, and the seats do fold and slide up and out of the way there a little bit. So that way you can go to the third row and get easy access to there. Now, these do fold up a little bit further there, but with one hand it's a little bit harder to do. But you can get easy access to that third row, and this third row is very spacious. You can get an adult back there. You got cup holders. You also have USB ports here on both sides, which is very nice. And again, plenty of headroom there for the taller kids. Let's go underneath the engine hood now. All right, so let's look underneath this hood. This is a super powerful engine. So one engine option for 2022 and for 2023. There is a high put out version of this, but same displacement, the 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine from Ford that is hooked up to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, in this XLT, this engine produces 380 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. Now, if you go up to the Timberline and the Platinum trim levels, you can get a high put out version of this that gets more horsepower, but you do sacrifice a little bit of fuel economy. Now, this vehicle is very powerful, and you can tow up to 9,300 pounds with this truck. Very nice. Let's go up to the first row. Real quick, before we go up to the first row, I wanted to show you the window sticker here. So you have Ford Expedition here, fuel economy 19 combined, 16 city, 23 on the highway, and the sticker price here is $62,980 there. You can stop the video and look at some of the options, but let's jump up in the front seat. All right, so front seat time. Let's look at the key real quick. So traditional 4 key here. You do have lock, unlock, remote start. You got the tailgate release, which is not the top window, just the full tailgate release there on the back. And then you have your hazard button right there. You can remote start your vehicle and lock and unlock your doors from the Ford Pass app, which is nice. You do also have key code here on the door that Ford has been known for, which is very nice to have. Coming on open, you do have smart entry and smart exit there, where you can unlock and lock the door just by that door handle right here. Let me show you real quick. So you can lock the door by just pressing these little lines here. They're not actually a button. It's just kind of a little tactile feel there. And then the doors are locked and you can't get in and out of it. So you'll see that. And then you can press your hand behind it and it unlocks it right for you there, which is nice. Now, come to the door panel here. Same design as the rear. You do have your vent here to put air onto the window if it's being defrosted. You do have a nicely padded armrest here. You have your power window options here, power mirror options, lock, unlock, and your 3-way memory seating options right there. Speaker grill right on down there with a silver chrome accent there, which is nice. 2 big cup holders down here on the bottom. Since they can't put one up here, they gave you 2 big ones down here. Or a little bit of storage area down there. And then let's go over to the inside here, which you do have this pretty nifty little cutaway there, a little decal where it has the city of Michigan and the city of Kentucky, I'm pretty sure, where the vehicle is actually built. So pretty cool little design there that Ford threw in. But coming on over here, you do have this button here, which you will release the headrest in the third row. The third row headrests are up. They are not. They are down, actually. I was going to have them up there, and I'll show you, but it's okay. And then you can press there for your power lift gate. You do have your automatic headlight controls here and interior dimming lights. And then you also do have your option here for your power steps. So you can see down there at the bottom, your steps are moving forward and backward. Sorry about the little bit of dirt down there, guys. Well, decent chunk of dirt down there, but it's fall time, right? And then you also have your parking brake right there. You do have this leather wrap steering wheel with power option here as well. So you'll see that it's moving out and in, which is nice. Thanks Ford for giving that here on the Expedition. And then on this 202A, you do have power seating options with 2A lumbar. These are heated in AC seat. Yes, AC, not ventilated, AC. Ford has actual AC units for these chairs that actually will cool your bottoms versus just pushing the air that is currently in the cabin up through those perforated seats there. Let's jump in and turn on this touchscreen. All right, so welcome into the cabin of this Ford Expedition. Very big SUV here. You'll see that you do have pretty good visibility out the back and everything. This model does not have the optional sunroof, but you can get a sunroof here on the XLT. And let's put our foot on the brake. You'll see the light pop right up there on the engine start when you put your foot on the brake. Let's pop her on and turn on some heat here. It's a little chilly out today here in Maryland. Nice big steering wheel here, but we're going to actually start over here on this touchscreen because this is where a lot of the action is. So 12-inch touchscreen here, standard for 2022 and 2023. There was an 8-inch touchscreen with Sync 3 before this, but for 2022 and 23, this is one of the changes. 12 inches standard. You can also, on the limited and above, get the optional 15.5-inch touchscreen that is in a tablet style with a little turn knob in the middle, which is very nice in the vehicle as well. Now, this one does have navigation. You do have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay compatibility, and overall turn that down a little bit so I don't get copyright infringed there. But you do have tons of things. Sirius XM, obviously, as you can see, navigation, all that good stuff right in this touchscreen. Down below that, you do have your hazards and your traction control off button. And then you do have some of your controls here to turn the radio off, turn the volume up and down, tune knob over there, and then you also do have this button right here to turn the display completely off. If you press it, let me turn it back on, but if you press it once, it'll turn it into a clock basically, and then twice it will turn it completely off there, which is nice to have, especially if you're driving at night. You don't want to have that bright screen right in your face. So thank you, Ford, for thinking about that. Now, down a little bit further, you do have dual zone climate control here. You do have tri-zone, but you have the dual zone setup right here with your heated steering wheel and heated seats. I'm going to turn those on just to heat my hands up and everything. You do also, in the summertime, you have ventilated seats. Again, AC seats here, which are nice. And then on the turn knobs, you can turn your temperature just like that, and it does display there. It also displays up here on the touchscreen as well, which is nice. Down a little bit further, you do have your wireless charger right there, and then a USB port there to hook up to the infotainment system, and then a little storage area right there. This is able to be closed. You press it back and it will slide forward, which is nice. And then coming on down, you do have two large cup holders here. You have a little slot where you can put like your pencils, your phone, some change, all that good stuff. You also have another slot here where you can do very similar things. And then coming on down, you do have the shifter here. That's a little turn knob for that 10-speed auto. You do have a little manual mode there where you can shift up and down by clicking these buttons. You do also have drive modes here. So I'll take you to the center screen here where if I press OK, tell me it's low on fuel, you'll have different options. So you got normal, you got tow haul, you got slippery, you got trail, you got eco, and you got sport. Here's the thing. Most folks are going to leave this thing right here in eco so it doesn't eat all the gas away while you're driving this big truck here. So, and then again, you can shift up and down with this manual button right there with those shifters. Big center console here with two big cup holders on the back there. This is also able to be locked right there, but you can pop this open and have a ton of storage down there. You can put a tablet along with 5 subs and 2 gallons of milk in there. But for real, it's very big. Coming over to the steering wheel, you have your lane keeping assist, plus you have your cruise control options here. This is not adaptive cruise control on this option, but there is an option to go actually all the way up to Ford's Blue Cruise if you get that platinum trim level. But on the XLT, you can go all the way up and get adaptive cruise control. Coming on over to the left side, or the right side, I'm sorry, you do have the buttons to control this screen, where you can press through different things there and change your views, and you can go through fuel economy, trips, you can go through a whole bunch of your safety features. You can even go down here to the tow settings and kind of go through some tow information down there at the bottom. You can, of course, toggle through some of these menu options right by clicking that button as well. So you can control that you can control that screen by these buttons right here. You have the skip track button right here to skip through songs and the radio stations right here. Answer hang up button all in one. And then on that left side, again, you do have your volume decrease and increase, and then your voice control button right there. Talking about the center screen, you do have your left side is a tachometer, right side is a speedometer. Here on this XLT, you have one screen right here in the middle that is colored and very nice. You can option up for the limited and above. You can get a full LCD cluster right back there that would be all one piece of screen. So overall, Expedition is a very comfortable truck. Let's hook up the GoPro and go for a ride. All right, so welcome inside this 2022 Ford Expedition. So driving this vehicle, I mean, the impressions that you get driving this vehicle is that you're driving a truck, right? It's a comfortable riding vehicle. Now, Ford has independent rear suspension in the back of this Expedition, and actually, in fact, they were one of the first ones to put independent rear suspension in their full-size SUV here in the Expedition. So it's a very comfortable ride. You don't get a lot of noise at all driving this vehicle. It's very quiet. If you have someone like myself who talks a lot, you really don't hear anything besides me. But it's just overall, it's a comfortable ride. When you hit potholes, you feel them there, but they're not, hitting it and feeling it in every bone in your body. It just kind of rides smooth. You go over the bumps very smoothly, and you just have a very good commanding view of the vehicle. This heated steering wheel is absolutely amazing on this cold day, which is nice to have. Heated seats as well, very nice. They're very good to have, especially on this cold day. But talking about these seats are comfortable as well. You have a ton of range of adjustability. You can go up, back, down. You also have lumbar support. What I will say, and you can actually get this on higher tremors, but on this Expedition, you have two-way lumbar support. If you had four-way, you could adjust that lumbar support up and down a little bit, which would be, a little bit nicer, but hey, it's still an incredibly comfortable seat. You got nice cushion here on the bottom. The seat is more flat than at all kind of angled at all in any way there. So for me, it feels very comfortable. But of course, you as the consumer, I would always come and sit inside each vehicle that you are looking to buy. If you're looking to buy a vehicle, drive it, sit inside of it as long as you possibly can. Make sure that you're comfortable inside the seat as well. Power from this vehicle is very good. 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine, drives very smooth. The 10-speed automatic, you don't even know is there, which is probably the biggest compliment in the world. I'm gonna make a little turn here and do a little kind of U-turn. But the vehicle, the engine itself is very smooth. The transmission is very smooth. The engine though is very powerful. And you also do have a little bit of grunt that you hear a little bit. Some of it may be induced sound, but hey, you feel like you're driving a truck. Okay. But 380 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque, moves this vehicle up and down the road very quickly. I'm gonna slow down here in a second, and then I'm gonna take off. And this will sit you back in your seat. But I want to kind of have you hear, see if you can hear the engine roar that I'm talking about when you take off. So let me come around this turn here, and you can hear it as you take off. So I'm going to slow down a little bit, and then we're going to take off here. So you hear the engine noise. You also do get a little bit of turbo, kind of turbo whistle, a hair bit there, which just, you know, in my opinion, tells me, man, I'm driving a fast car. You know, I'm driving a really peppy car. But it's very fast. You know, sometimes I got to actually look down and say, oh, I gotta slow down a little bit. You know, sometimes I got to do that just because you're so comfortable. The engine's so powerful. You get so comfortable, you don't even know how fast you're going sometimes. So I would say that if you're buying the Expedition, watch your speed, because you may get lost in driving this comfortable vehicle and not even know how fast you're going. Now, let's talk about fuel economy on this Expedition. So over 172 miles we've had this vehicle driving up to a few other stores and then back down here. This vehicle is averaging 17.7. Now that's not all city, that's not all highway, that's not all driving. Sometimes this vehicle goes up and it, you know, sits for a few minutes while we're putting some stuff in it. And vice versa, right? So, you know, it's been test driven a few times, that kind of things there. So it's not all highway, city, that kind of stuff. But 17.7 miles per gallon, as you break this 3.5 liter engine in, you'll get better fuel economy, which will help you long term, save a little bit of money on gas. I would say make sure you shift it or put it into the eco mode, which will save you some gas as well there. Overall, Expedition is a fantastic driving vehicle that I would highly recommend for anyone who needs a 7 or 8 passenger vehicle that wants to drive in comfort and have a ton of space. All right, so that has been the walk around and drive on that 2022 Ford Expedition. What a fantastic option in the full-size SUV segment. If you have a family, a big family that you have cargo to carry and may tow a trailer every once in a while, Ford Expedition is a fantastic option for you in the full-size SUV segment. But let me know in the comment section down below, how do you think this stacks up against the Chevy Tahoe, the Toyota Sequoia, the Nissan Armada, and the new Jeep Waggoner? How do you think this stacks up in that competition? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you haven't done so already, please like this video and put a comment down in the comment section below, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.